You will stay lonely and in bad relationships until you start choosing love. You think you're choosing love, but really you're choosing loneliness instead. I was in the same place 12 years ago, and I had to learn how to choose the hard way. Let me share my story with you and see if any of this sounds familiar. I had worked on myself and I felt that I was ready for love. But no matter how much I wanted it, no matter what I did, I could not get it. Online dating didn't work. That was a disaster. All the conversations fizzled out, and I had this intense burning desire for love. Well, 2 years later, I got fed up with the whole thing. I just let go of the whole situation and I decided that I wasn't even going to pursue a relationship. I don't want a relationship. I'm just going to focus on myself, on what makes me happy and helps me feel closer to that feeling whole and complete place within. And I went to a hippie festival that year out in the woods. And it was a cool place, you camp out, there's cabins, there's tents, and it's a week in the woods with a few hundred people. They've got fire and drum circles, some partying people. It's a pretty cool scene. So I went there just to have fun. And the first night I arrived, I said a prayer and I set an intention. I told the universe that I am ready for love. Please bring me the next best person in love for me. And then I dropped this completely and I just set about having fun at the festival, being fully present in the moment. I wasn't thinking about love whatsoever. Well, a few hours after that, my friends and I were sitting in a circle of chairs outside, just drinking and chilling, and a girl walks towards our cabin. I didn't think much of it at the time. Apparently she was friends with everyone before I joined the friend group, but she had been gone for a few years, so we kind of just missed each other by 1 year, right? Well, she came to this festival for the first time in a long time this year. And then she chatted briefly with us, introductions and all that. And then she went on her way, and I didn't really think much of it. I saw her a few more times that day in passing. I think once at the pool, once at the cafeteria. I didn't really say anything because I really didn't know her. I didn't really feel any real connection there. It was just like, oh, there's that girl. Well, I woke up the next morning and decided that I was going to make some new friends. I'm typically the lone wolf hermit type. So I figured I'd force myself to get out of my comfort zone, go to every cabin and every tent, make myself talk to and introduce myself to new people, and let the universe have its fun. Maybe I'd meet somebody interesting, you never know, get into new businesses or have a new friendship, who knows. So I walk up to the first tent and there's an older woman that's outside cooking breakfast. So I sit with her and I make some small talk and quickly realize that I'm not really interested in talking to her. We're just not vibing. But then she hints that her daughter should be coming out of the tent soon and then I might like to meet her. So we keep chatting and I wait until she comes out. And you wouldn't believe it, but the very same person comes out of that tent, the same girl that came up to the cabin the day before. And at this moment, I'm kind of blown away. It's some weird serendipity, right? This is the very first tent that I randomly choose. And the same girl comes out that I met the morning before. So we start talking about how we met the friend group and we just started to get to know each other. And then, she asks this question. She asks if I want to go smoke a bowl with her out in the woods. And I was completely sold. And then from that moment, we literally did not leave each other's side for the entire week of the festival. It was just so natural, so easy us being together. And she stayed in our cabin for the rest of the week, not in the tent with her mom. And now, spoiler alert, that girl has been my wife for the last 10 years. And this relationship has had its ups and downs, just as any does. But I would consider us soulmates. We have literally been through heaven and hell together, and we're still here. Now, I share that story with you to illustrate just how choosing works. Choosing is not what you think. What we call choosing is really needy attachment energy. I wasn't choosing love previously. I was desperately seeking to ease the discomfort and loneliness within. I was only seeking fulfillment outside of myself.
Be in a relationship with me so that I can feel better, so that I can be whole and complete within, so that you can give me inner fulfillment.
When you lay it out like that, it sounds pretty bad, right? But honestly, this is 90% of all love relationships. Now, don't get me wrong, real love is underneath the surface of all of that, of course. But all this unconscious ego nonsense is in the forefront of the relationship. And relationships that form from this needy place then have toxic patterns that play out from both sides. Why? Because each of us has childhood wounding, and we play out those negative patterns for each other. And I guess it's more accurate to say that you pull the pattern out of the other person based on your perception of reality. Basically, your baggage pulls the baggage out of them. Because quantum physics tells us, observer affects observed. You get what you expect. you get what you believe to be true about reality. Because every moment, your brain takes in 11 million bits of information per second. But your conscious awareness can only focus on a fraction of that, only 40 bits per second out of 11 million. Well, how does your consciousness know and choose what to focus on? Your beliefs. Your beliefs will filter reality and highlight what you have made important to you. Your reticular activating system in your brain does this. It's its job. If you had a parent that was emotionally or physically unavailable or abusive, guess what? You will attract a partner who will do the same things to you. They will do the same pattern. As the old saying goes, women attract men like their fathers, and men attract women like their mothers. Because you are pulling that out of reality based on your unconscious beliefs and stories, all of that coming from childhood. And I know you have experienced this firsthand. Why do all of your relationships seem to go the same way? Is it really that all men are like this and do these things, or all women are like that and do those things? Logically unlikely. There's billions of unique people in this world, and you are simply attracting the same archetype of person over and over and over again, and you will continue to do so until you change. If you want something different, you have to do something different. You need to be different to get a different result.
So what does all of this have to do with the conscious choosing? How are we not choosing love?
It's everything. You cannot make a conscious choice when you have so many unconscious beliefs, because they are the driver and filter of what you experience every day in your reality. Until you make the unconscious conscious, nothing will change in your life. Because awareness and choice are 90% of all transformation. You start by making the unconscious conscious through your awareness. You start digging into yourself. Then, through choice and intention, you make changes to what you see and what you found. Now, importance is the biggest unconscious mistake that we all make. And importance equals lack. When you assign too much importance to something, you will not have it or keep it. If you make love, relationship, your partner too important in your mind, for example, you are putting all of that up on this pedestal, which keeps it naturally separate from you because they're up here and you are down here. That stance is pushing it away literally. Now think about how important it is for you to get your daily mail from the mailbox. You probably don't even consciously think about it. You just know you have to get it, so you get up, you walk out and grab it, thinking about something else. Well, when you can view love and relationships in the same casual, detached way as you view getting mail out of the mailbox, you will have them. Intention without attachment. That is the secret sauce of this game. And it's not just for love, but it applies to anything that you want in life. The less attached you are, the less important you make things, the more natural things become for you, the easier you will have them. And it's as simple as letting go of that attachment. Now, it's not easy, mind you, but it is simple. Let go and detach from what you want. Set your intention on it, but let go of the needy, clingy dependency energy. Shift your mind to positive thinking because your mind is an antenna. It sends and receives energy. Needy, clinging, desperate energy only attracts more of the same into your life. Positive, fulfilled within, whole and complete energy will attract healthy love into your life. So let go of the importance. Now, do I need to stop feeling emotions and be some cold, indifferent monk in a monastery? No. That would just be more importance coming through the back door. Now it's become important not to feel emotion. It's important not to get carried away and attached to things. It's just more importance. It really is a paradox in that way. Feel emotions. Feel them strongly. Be human when they come into your life. Just don't be attached to them. Let them come and go like clouds in the sky of your mind. Emotions come from importance, or the meaning that you assign to this external stimulus in your reality. If you didn't make sitting in traffic such a big deal, you wouldn't be so angry about it. But because of the importance you've placed on it, now a corresponding emotion and story arises. Oh, I'm sitting in traffic. These people can't drive. What the hell? Oh my God. For love, though, first and foremost, let go of the desire and need for a partner. Have a clear intention for love. Visualize the end goal by all means, being in a loving, happy, healthy relationship. But let go of the attachment to it. Let go of the clinging, needing desire to have it now, and do not insist on timing. That's just more importance. Let go of insisting on a specific person. If that's the right person for you, then you will have them when you let go of the importance. But understand that focusing on a specific person is the highest level of importance that you can assign, which will result in a higher level of you not getting it. Because think about it for a second. You want to manifest love, right? You want to have a happy, loving relationship. And you want to have it with this one specific person. You've literally closed out every other person in reality. I want that one. That is the highest level of importance. It really is. And it's going to create such a chasm between where you are and what you want. So the sooner that you can let go of the person, the sooner you can have the person. It's like the old cliche from the movie. You've got to let someone go, right? And see if it comes back to you. If it comes back to you, it was yours. And if it doesn't, it was never meant to be. And I know that's hard if you're attached to a person in that way, but trust me, skip the years of figuring this out. Just try it. Try to be detached and see how much different things play out for you. But anyway, back to our intention. Once you set the intention and you visualize the goal, stop thinking about it completely. Go do something else in your life that is easy and fun and that flows, that you are not attached to whatsoever. That will cause your mind to transmit higher vibrational positive energy because you're letting go of the clinging. And while you are in that flow of whatever it is, everything that you have set intention for in other areas will now be allowed to come to you because you're in the receiving mode. Then as you go about your day, those new intentions will start highlighting things in your perception of reality that are relevant to you fulfilling that desire and intention. You will feel called and drawn to do certain things, go to certain places, talk to certain people. Listen to that inner guidance. Follow your hunches and your intuition as if you were on an adventure and you're just so excited to see what is going to come next around the corner, without any clinging, without attachment, and without any insistence on what comes next or how it comes. This is exactly the practice I was doing the year before I met my wife. I got fed up with not getting what I wanted, so I abandoned my previous strategy entirely. I started focusing on myself. I started building myself up. I was healing from traumas and things within. I started making the unconscious conscious within myself, and I started to level myself up. Then I set a clear intention for the next best love for me, and literally within like 2 or 3 hours of that intention ritual, she literally appeared at the cabin. She walked down to the cabin. But it was months of cultivating that positive state that led to the rapid transition. But I also took action. I went to the festival. I put myself in a place where the universe had a lot of people and material to work with. There were like hundreds, I think 300 people there. New people, new places, new experiences. These are all the universe's ways of fulfilling your intentions and desires. You can do this too. I know you can do it because I did it. And I didn't have any relationships, real relationships, until I was like 21 or 22, okay? I was someone who thought I would always be alone. I would never, end up in bed with somebody and certainly not have a wife. Like, I did not see that coming. I didn't seem to understand love or people. And I still don't understand people so well. But my wife is weird like me, so it works out. We're weird together and it works out for us. But anyway, have fun with this, man. Like, approach life with a childlike curiosity. Do not insist on how things happen. Don't take things so seriously. Set your intention on what you want, the end result, then let go and listen. When you hear the next step on the path and you see it in front of you, take that step boldly, 100%, with passion, curiosity as to what's coming next. And if you want help doing this in your life, check out the pinned comment down below. That's my digital course for manifesting with a step-by-step system to manifest anything that you want. For changing beliefs, letting go, visualizing, having without attachment. You can use this to manifest love, abundance, health, happiness, whatever you want. I've manifested all of these things and more by using the system, and this is how I built it. I built it through 10 years of trial and error. So check it out down below. But anyways, much peace and love to you, my friend. Make it a great day.